Okay, this is the vlog for May 18th, and I went back through my playlist of vlogs and realized a couple of things. Um, First of all, I say that it's April 10th in an April 11th video, which uh, may have been one of those times where I tried to upload the video. Yeah, April 10th instead of April 11th. I tried to upload the video and the upload messed up, and I didn't find out until the next morning, so the upload came late. But what's very interesting is that even though I recorded that video and then didn't put it in the playlist, I think it was in the playlist already. There's no April 11th vlog, like, at all. And there's a couple possible reasons why that is. One is that I may have done it on my phone, and I may have made the video and then forgot to upload it because I didn't want to upload it out using data. I wanted to wait until I got home. That could explain why. I'm hoping that I have it on my phone and I can add it. Admittedly, it will be late, but it's sort of a curious date for me to have missed because it was the day before we took Leo to the vet. This was not the point where we found out he had cancer. It was a cursory check to see, if they could figure out what was wrong. And at that time, they could not figure out what was wrong. It took taking him to ultrasound place and a biopsy to figure out that he had cancer. Yeah, I also found a video. I haven't watched it because I didn't want to put myself in a mood, but it's probably the last video I ever made of Leo. And it was a video I made in the morning one day. He came into the room while I was doing the vlog. And I remember at least one of the times he came in and I was doing the vlog with him, he tried to crawl under the guest blanket, and I was very rough when I threw him out of the room. And it was just, a couple weeks before the end. And in this day and age, it is so easy for people to shirk responsibility for their own actions unless it's caught on videotape. I was very unkind to Leo at that point. And obviously, if I had known he was that sick and that I wouldn't have had much time with him, I would have let him crawl under the quilt and stay there all day for all I cared. Which is not a very good excuse. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. But let's not stay in the dumps because that's going to make this a very depressing vlog. I'm going to see if I can find the vlog for April 10th or 11th, whichever one I missed, on my phone. And if it's there, I will upload it. And if it's not, I missed a day. I was afraid that might happen. I've been trying very hard not to miss days, to the point where I have been up quite late doing these at like 11:30 just to get them in on time for the day. Sometimes I have tried to upload one day and then I had to upload the next day because of an internet futz. But yeah, I feel like I have recorded a vlog every single day since February 19th. Whether I've uploaded them all correctly is another story, as Monday's missing sound video proves. Yeah. But what happened today? Well, nothing really happened today, except my eyes are very bloodshot. From playing Warframe all day. No interesting quests, no new stories to tell. Just a lot of sort of the stuff that I said shouldn't be something that keeps you going in yesterday's video. A lot of grinding for materials. Yesterday I got all the parts for my very first Prime Warframe, and that took a lot of the resources I'd been collecting. And I got a coupon to buy more platinum, 20% off. I don't know if I'm going to spend this one. I'm sort of tempted, but I just bought the... Well, I've been thinking about getting the Tennokan pack, which gives you some platinum and a ticket to a digital ticket. And apparently they set up a special relay in-game for the event that you can go and hang out and see stuff and do stuff. Talk to people who are enjoying the con. It really is pleasing to me to see a community as dedicated as this one is to a bunch of faceless space ninjas. Faceless Space Ninjas. Now there's a band name. But I didn't do much in the game, and here I'm still talking about it. I went out for dinner tonight to the cafe down in town, in the commercial area of the city, and I ordered a dish. It's a pasta dish with Mizithra cheese, but it's a pasta dish. There's a plane or a helicopter going overhead. It's a pasta dish without sauce. It's soaked in some sort of garlic butter, I think, and then this cheese is very finely shredded. It's like a cross between a powder and a flake, and it gets everywhere because you pull up a bit of spaghetti, and it flies everywhere. And it beat me. I couldn't finish it. I got very full. I had a side Caesar because I wanted some greens and a beer, and it was a medium-sized dish of pasta, but there was a lot in it. It was actually very dense, so I guess I shouldn't be that surprised that I couldn't finish it off. I'm sort of glad whenever I eat my fill and it's not like a full portion. Just when you weigh as much as me, when you look like this, any chance you get to feel like you're thin, like you're full, like you're not just an eating machine, feels good. The other bit of news is that my friend finished my book. Philip, my friend, who's been begging me, he's the linguist guy, the linguist nerd, and he was very interested in the book when I told him that there was a fictional language in it. And he slogged through the whole thing, all 220,000 words, 3 times larger than the first Harry Potter novel. He's a trooper. I have to take him out to dinner or something to thank him for doing that, and he's going to give me a lot of feedback, which I'm looking forward to. But I'm also trepidatious. It was fun to write the novel, but the logistics of actually getting it published, it's almost more work than the 3 years I spent writing it. And I feel like every artist has some sort of, maybe not every artist, but lots of artists have these pangs of self-doubt where you just go, is this good? Are people going to like it? Or did you just write something for your own benefit and there's no worth in trying to make money off of it or get it published just to get people to read it and see if it's popular? I have said in the past that I would try and publish it, and if I couldn't get it published, and if I made 10 different pitches to 10 different publishers and none of them would pick it up, I would self-publish the book on Amazon. That is not the way to make money, but at least it gets it out and into people's hands, and my work would live on and be in the hands of the public, and I like that idea. But in the meantime, I have to find a way to cut it in half, because 220,000 words is never going to be published by anybody, because I'm a first-time author. They'll say cut it in half, or better yet, cut it into a third, like the first Harry Potter book, which was very short, 70,000 words. And then as Harry Potter got popular, the books got longer and longer because J.K. Rowling could afford to make these really nice long stories, very intricate stories. And the publishers were, yes, people buy them, they love them, keep doing that. And that's where I want to get to someday. Probably never going to be as popular as Harry Potter, but one can hope, one can dream. And there's my 10-minute mark. So I'm Eric Spornitz, and tomorrow will be better.